Hey everybody, we came to the mountains for some spring skiing, but that's not what we found. So it's definitely not what we were expecting. We're experiencing a whiteout. That means that you can't see anything, it's just white. The snow and the sky are just one thing together, and you don't know where you're going, so it's a little bit difficult. I already felt like 3 times. So anyway, we came inside for a little break, and I wanted to tell you a story, but it's too loud in here. There's a lot of people, I guess, because everybody's just coming in and taking a break too. So why don't we go somewhere more comfortable where we can talk? Come on. Okay, this is a lot better. So I wanted to talk to you about something that happened a couple of days ago. We were planning the trip to the mountains, and I ran into a friend. We started talking. She asked me what I was going to do for the weekend, and I said that we were going to go skiing to the mountains, and she said, "Oh my God, you're so lucky." And so I want to touch base on that because we don't really think about what that means. Let me give you some background. So this girl hates her job. She's complaining all the time. She hates her boss. She hates the clients, and she's going through the day hoping that nobody's going to ruin it. And obviously that doesn't happen. So by lunchtime, she's already done with it. She wants to go back home. And I mean, you see that all over Facebook all day long. That's her life. I have a very good friend and mentor that told me that we have 2 wolves in our head. One that feeds you all those negative thoughts, and one that feeds you positive thoughts. And obviously they're always fighting, and the one that wins is the one that you feed the most. So for a friend like this, she's waking up to, I hate my boss, I hate the clients, I hate. Overall, she hates her life. A lot of food for this wolf, and for the other wolf, she's getting Netflix, popcorn, a cup of wine, the eventual night out with the girls. So there's no comparison. The problem is, what is she doing about it? And we've all been there. It's difficult. If your life is really like that, then what do you feed the good wolf? But let me give you the other side of the story. I was working 16 hours a day back in Mexico City. This is a city with 24 million plus people, and traffic, pollution, insecurity, politics. It's huge. It's just a mess. And so I didn't like my job. Well, I already had a company, and so at least I didn't hate my boss because it was myself. That would have been really bad. But it wasn't what I wanted. I was still living in that place where I just wasn't happy, right? I was waking up and I was hating my life too. So I had to step back and start looking at what I really wanted to do. Like, do I want to live like this and just not do anything about it, or could I change my life? And so started looking at what was it that I liked, and I noticed that when I used to travel to the US and came back, I was really a lot recharged. was feeling a lot better. I had, I guess I was getting less angry. I also knew I had already started a production company, and so I knew that video and being behind the camera made me happy. And I looked at photography and videography programs in all the world. I looked at Austria and France and the UK, Australia, obviously the US. Eventually I got to find a photography program in Canada that I liked, in Edmonton, Alberta. So I made the decision that on September 1st, 2007, my life was going to change. Then I had to tell people about it, and then you have to make it happen. And so as I started telling my family and friends, I started getting all sort of reactions, right? Sure, there's some people that will support you, but most people told me, what are you doing and what are you leaving and what's going to happen to these and what's going to happen to the companies and your family and your friends. And it's just difficult, right? You start getting all that pushback and you have to find a way to power through. I focus on a few things, things like when I was a teenager, I used to go camping with my best friend and hiking and everything. We used to think that how cool would it be to go in a Jeep to a remote place where nobody else could get to and camp in front of a lake with mountains and all this stuff, right? And then how cool would it be if I could do it with my son too, right? So I wanted to give my unborn children the quality of life, that a better quality of life than what I had. I didn't want them to come back from school and get mobbed. I can tell you a lot of stories about that. And I didn't want them to deal with traffic and all that. I wanted them to have something different, a lot more opportunity and a different type of quality of life. And so that became my motivation. I used to get up every day thinking, what is the next step? What do I need to do? And I started working on it. It's a lot of work. And then on the other end, it really hits you when you start thinking of, like, it's true, I am going to leave my family and I am going to leave my friends. And what if this or what if it doesn't work, right? So it's a tough decision. But again, I was holding on to that one little piece of motivation and everything else became noise. I landed in Edmonton on August 31st, 2007 at 10 p.m. Now I'm living 4 hours away from the mountains, so any random day I can decide to go. It takes a tank of gas to get there. Now I have somebody to teach me how to ski. Now I own my own gear because I like doing it. And being a photographer, I'm available for people to hire me to come to places like these to shoot their wedding, right? So to me, that's not luck. To me, that's hard work, a lot of sacrifice, and making the decision of wanting to change your life. And sure, it's a big sacrifice, but it's totally worth it. So my question to you is, what are you doing to get to the life that you want? And you could be at any of those stages. You may not see what that life is yet, then work on that. Work on finding what is it that makes you thrive, right? And you may already know what it is. Well, then instead of sitting down on the couch or I don't know, like just work for it. Just do it. There's no everything else is excuses. Anyway, I hope this helps. If you're going through a moment like that, if you're maybe like my friend that is hating her life, I hope this helps you understand and realize that you can change your life, and just work for it, right? I would love to hear from you. I would love to read the comments. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me where you are. See what else. I mean, we can all help each other. So subscribe. Don't forget about it. And I'll see you in the next video.